Commissioner Scott? He's here. Commissioner Baker McCormick?
Here.
Commissioner Marecki? Commissioner Clementi?
Present.
Vice Chair Sam June?
Present.
Chair Kinlock?
Present.
We have a quorum present.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda.
We are on item 10, under new business. Information technology.
I would like to remind everyone to please speak loud so that you can be heard, not only through the microphone, but to the participant or the attendees who are joining us by Zoom. We're using a laptop microphones. So use your outside voice. You can move the mic closer. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hi, my name is Zach Roman, Director of the CIO Information Technology.
Thank you, and I would like to start by asking, this budget that has been presented to the commission, is that a budget that you feel is sufficient for your department to carry out its duties in the next fiscal year?
Sure, yes, we do feel it's sufficient for us to continue to provide services and support to county departments and elected office.
And you may begin.
Sure. So we are the Information Technology Department. We provide technology services and support to all Wayne County departments and elected offices. The department is comprised of 3 divisions and a business services team. So one of the divisions is enterprise computing and infrastructure. The division responsible for implementing all computing devices and infrastructure required to support county departments and elected offices. The division includes desktop service team, telecommunication, network team, system engineering, asset management, and cybersecurity. The next division is enterprise application. The division facilitates, enables, and supports application technologies that are used across the enterprise. The division includes application development and integration services, website services, reporting, and analytics services as well. The third and final division is technology experience. The division is responsible for providing support and technical training for county departments and elected offices. This division houses our Wayne County Service Desk, technical trainers, records management, and business advocates. Finally, the business services team provides administrative functions to the department. Some of these functions include finance, budget administration, contract management, payment processing, and personnel functions. At this time, I would like to introduce some staff that are with us. I'll start from Ronald Management, Finance Manager. Next to him is Ray Boss. He's a Division Director of Enterprise Applications. Shannon Kimball, Executive Assistant in our department. Ryan Hayes, Division Director of Enterprise Computing and Infrastructure. And Cheryl Ruther, she's the Team Leader of Business Services for our department.
One thing I want to start off by saying, I cannot go through this here without thanking your department over the help desk and part of the integrated services. Because I definitely want to thank your department and how it's been responsive to my office and commission's concerns as relates and being available as far as help and assistance with technology. And I want to thank you all for working with Tim Johnson and his team and establishing our constituency platform in Indigo. That was a wonderful partnership as you all integrate that and will continue to move and begin to utilize that. So your department, if we ever utilize and needed your department and saw the work, we saw how you all work very closely with Tim Johnson and his team and bringing it Indigo along. Yeah.
Thank you very much. That's what we try to do, is just be there and support you.
Okay, any general changes, variances associated with your department? I do know that we have the whole Connect 43 component, and you know, that is making its way into total full operation. We can get your take as it relates to new technology, new updates, any sort of plans that the department has or is looking forward to, in the coming year.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. I can highlight a couple accomplishments that we did in our current fiscal year. One of the biggest ones that everyone has noticed is we were able to fully convert everyone's email addresses to our Human County My.gov domain. We received the domain, only the federal government provides those .gov domains. You can't buy them. We got that to make our communication with constituents a little more official and to reduce spam or phishing, so that started that
Training or something. Long train.
The email domain is the first step. Our email change. Our next step after that is we started the project this fiscal year to revamp our website. It's going to be 100% different. Absolutely. So we started it, and it's targeted to come online the first part of 2025, and it's going to be built on the Wayne County My.gov domain. And we're never going to get rid of WayneCounty.com. It's just if people go there, it's going to be redirected to our new website. And we also recently acquired WayneCountyMy.com because we know there's people out of patent who like that, and we own that now. We actually had to buy it from someone who's owned it for like 20 years and have never done anything with it. So we're like, hey, can we work through a domain broker and recently acquired it. And so that website is going to be built on a new domain. And furthermore, with the website, it's going to be much different, easier for the public to navigate, to get data. We're going to provide services front and center because if they're coming to our website for something, and that's going to be the first thing that's going to be right at the home page. And then more importantly, we're also going to have an online payment processing platform that we've never had before. So initially, it's very early on forms. Yeah, we're going to have 100 digitized forms with the new website, so the public didn't have to go to a health department or another facility to get a permit or something that they need. They just go to our website, fill it out, pay for it there, as opposed to going into a facility.
So one thing I'm going to ask before I open it up for commissioners, when it comes to the commission's page, and the management of that, and more so the timeliness of the update, because of course we regularly are holding meetings, we regularly are putting information out to the community, and so oftentimes we like to refer them to a central point or place, most likely the website, to get that information. No Jim too, that would be maybe put them on the spot, but oftentimes I'm on the phone and text and I'm like, hey Jim, where is it? And then so a lot of that management, those parts, I guess some parts are handled by you all, but will there be any improvements in allowing for various departments or units to be able to have updates in a more faster fashion with these updates that you're going to the system?
Yes, there will be. It'll be much easier for Jim and people at different departments to keep their departmental pages updated. So that's part of the new tool that we implement with the new website.
Okay. Any questions? Any additional questions, Commissioner Moretti?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So your department, one thing before I start. So how are our emails? Will it continue to be, how long will it continue to be that or?
It'll be indefinitely. So WayneCounty.com will never go away. So yeah, business cards or a website, anything WayneCounty.com is automatically redirected to WayneCounty.gov.
But there are just updates that we updated.
Sure, you're going to go to business cards. You can go.
When you said it at the website, I wasn't sure if all of us were included in that.
Yes.
Way. Okay, so you're basically a charged department. So except with additions to all the IT operations that you're getting in the budget. right? So I was just reading some one of your answers, so it's dependent on people coming to you and asking questions to your department and having us use the department for service to our office.
Yes.
So do you see that fluctuate through the years?
Actually, we've been more proactive, so we've been working with departments as opposed to departments traditionally. The department would find their own IT solution, and then another department would find a different IT solution, but they're doing the same function. So we've been working with them on just cost savings. Instead of having 5 different programs, applications do the same thing, let's do one, and then we can share it across the departments. And it's cost savings number one, and also two, it's easier for support as well, because then we have staff who are supporting one application as opposed to 5 different applications. And that's been working out really well the last couple of years.
Yeah, much more effective.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
As far as applications, like you have Adobe and all those various other ones, that various, is there a list of applications that is various departments or agencies want to, I guess, utilize those applications that we already know those that the county subscribe to?
Yes, we do. As I mentioned, one of our divisions, we have business advocates, and one of their functions is to work closely with departments and understand their goals and their needs. And then they kind of come back to our department, help translate the business needs into IT terms. And then we work with them on developing solutions. And we do have lots of software that we'll have a list of that can be scalable. So 8 departments use it, but 2 or 3 or 5 departments want to use it. It's the same application that can be used throughout those departments.
I know that would be easier for me, for I guess when none of us, I'm often calling in for a big flag by Tim Johnson regarding various utilizations. That another division on someone is utilizing as I'm trying to request my own subscription. Yes, Commissioner McCormick.
Thank you. So I appreciate the reduction in the contractual services. Is there, I guess, what did you do differently, or are you doing differently now that has reduced the cost, overall cost?
Some of the things that we're doing is Connect 43, it's we're moving from legacy platforms and to more modern-based platforms. And we've done it with a few applications in our current fiscal year, where if the department came to us and we paid support and it needed to change, it was so old and outdated, it was very difficult to find someone who knows that program. It was very expensive. So we were like, okay, let's, instead of throwing money towards this old antiquated system, let's see if we could use this money, leverage it for a new modern-based system that's easier to support and easier to maintain going forward. And that's why you see those costs. We're getting rid of these legacy expensive devices or applications and rolling out newer, less expensive applications.
And then you're doing the work in-house.
Correct.
Which makes a lot of sense. The Wayne County Commission Youth Council, I guess it's a link to the page. And I don't know if that's under your department or would that be our technology department?
It would be your group, but if Jerry needs help, you can reach out.
Okay. I just wanted to just build it out. And I think our chair, Kim and I just talked to that, just kind of changing the look or layout of some of the various sites or links to. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Any additional questions, Commissioner Beto?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I have a question. Doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes during our meetings, the tablets go off, somebody's on Zoom, can't hear them well. And sometimes you feel there's a glitch in the system. Is there room to improve, like that work, during the commission meetings where we don't, every time, sometimes we have to sign into the tablet several times to get back into the meeting to vote. Sometimes we cannot vote electronically, we have to vote manually. Is this something that you guys can deal with?
We would support that's the voting system is actually, supported by a vendor, so we work with them and Tim's group to get it implemented and installed, and we potentially work with them on trying to get improvements. So we've made some improvements in the commission chamber. We added a few more access points so people can get Wi-Fi easier than before. But some of the tablets and voting system, that's something that we can work with the vendors to improve.
Okay, thank you.
Any additional questions? Any additional questions? Well, I want to thank you, once again, and your department, and I'm looking forward to the ongoing, continued improvements. I can say that they actually are showing up very apparently and well received, and I want to, like I said, you're another director who are very responsive as well, and thank you, and thank for all that you and your department do for the entire company.
Well, thank you for your support.
Thank you. Madam Clerk.
Up next, we have Wayne County Employees Retirement Systems.
I don't believe anyone's here from retirement, just yet. So we will, recess, to the call of the chair until, someone from retirement comes and we'll start immediately, once they arrive. So don't go too far. Okay, thank you. We stand in recess to the call of the chair.
Go to the chat and put at the top of the chair when we say.
I'm gonna reintroduce myself. And I see the rest of the something that will come up. It was really fun to understand what I'm exact.
It's like, I was thinking.
They're talking about sitting there in the administration.
Yes.
To send it to Paul. Oh, no, that was somebody. It says, that was, I let somebody in the meeting. I just did something.
It goes up whenever actually gets salary. Yeah. Next year, that'll be nice. And so. Yeah, and it's actually in my letter, and then about 2021. So it comes to $435,000 a month, which is $5 million. But, you know, before they went out there, they were taking 20 million out. So, last.
That's not gonna work.
Yeah. She
There's a lot of people that do power,
But I was here for their retirement. Good. Thank you. But I just wanted to introduce myself. Thank you.
Hi, Ron.
Yourself.
No, Scott should be here. He left 5 minutes before me, but yeah, I haven't seen him yet. He's probably maybe hopefully he didn't miss the turn, you know?
It was real quick, there were like 10 minutes.
We were trying to get out. Had to go pretty long by, so I've got all my material, but I could talk without it. I guess it's vacation, and I did not realize that. A little confusing. Yeah, I know. Right, because you have to loop around all the way around. Hi, Todd. I'm here. Did you figure out where to park? Okay. Yes.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, when it's Sure.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
Just call you back. Just wanted to clarify any question.
went to grad school together, we went to, worked at Arts together. Sort of funny how our.
So that's why I was asking if we were vendors that already been in the system, then we could, of course, just, have a check. Right away. However,
He's on vacation.
it would take about 30 days.
Yeah.
Right, but we would then have that system vendors wanted to do any other events. Transaction in our system. That's what I'm saying. So if you don't mind, wait, that's all. Process. It would just take some time.
I'm sorry. No, not the phone charge. Can I see this? All right, well, you can tell me to get out your way at any time.
So I signed up.
So, you could text me, email.
But I know
The school staff. Which is when I say.
But I could probably start speaking, but.
Yes. And I know. Okay, so I'll send you out. Text me.
Shante, will you be responsible to hearing also? Okay.
I'm not on.
Yeah.
We ready? Oh, he's parking the cars.
How are you? Good to see you. How are you? Wonderful.
Hey, Jonathan?
Yeah.
You didn't get text.
Oh, no.
I
looked
at it too.
Oh, that was the problem.
Yeah. They're gonna make it wait.
I actually want another piece, but I don't be greedy.
I'm sure it's probably not left, you know, hurry up.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Well, I'm just gonna have them. I would say you just text and in that way. If you have any questions about it.
Yes,
See what I'm
correct.
saying?
Yeah.
If I text it to him. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna text me just. And then I was just gonna send it to you. Because if he gives it to me and I send him any information, then what happens? Questions. So I'll just, he's gonna text me. So. Yeah. Yes, I'm just. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, first of all, it's. Yeah, let's try to get it. Exactly.
Also, you know, just Yes, you just walked out.
So Monique, you sent the paperwork off to your vendor or did you get? Okay, so he can wait 30 days? Okay.
What are you using?
Yes. Well, my meeting, that's not good, right?
Yeah. It's two, yeah, one in Redmond. It's Mama, yeah.
Beach Daily and Grand River? Beach Daily and Grand River?
It's like,
Beach Daily and Grand River?
that's it.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's not me,
Yeah.
it's at Beach Daily and Grand River.
Is that a offshoot?
I'm not sure if they're franchise. I've only ever been to the one in Redford too.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
One of the bonus probably been there 70 years.
Same as the one in Redford.
Really?
They could be. Mhm.
Good.
Yeah. They have.
Oh, wow.
That's why.
Two five eight nine three zero two.
Right. I know.
When I came down over to the building, the retirement building, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm good. Yes, no, 258, 313, 258. This is public, talking 313, 258, 9302.
You meet me? Yeah.
Tomorrow stuff out on attach each talking point into that you talk to.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
Not the right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, yeah, that's okay. Thank you, sorry about that.
No. There's a lot of people. Basis.
Yes, no, yes.
Mustache.
You're right, not there. But, thank you for all the work that you do. And, thank you. If we're ready. We're ready? Oh.
Myself, so you never know. You want this? Yeah.
Hey,
Me, I'm about to hear that now.
The Wayne County Commission Committee on Ways and Means meeting will now reconvene. Madam Clerk?
We have the Wayne County Employees Retirement System.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Commissioner. State your name and your position. Great.
Thank you for inviting us here today. My name is Robert Burton, and I'm the Executive Director of Texas.
We have in front of us the executive or the county executive's recommendation for your budget for the next fiscal year. We'd like to start off by asking, does this represent all of the needed resources and for the next fiscal year? Is this budget reflective of all of your needs that you need to carry out the duties over the next year?
Yes, it does.
You may begin with your opening comment.
Great. Well, thank you.
Also, I'd like to ask, because we are utilizing the laptop's microphone, I'd like everyone to speak using their outside voice. So speak through the microphone using an outside voice.
Okay, so you can hear me through this microphone?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. Again, thank you, Robert Burton, Executive Director of the Retirement System, myself, in the Retirement System, and Ronald E. Retirement Commissioner representing the retirees and the Retirement Commission's here in attendance. And I know that you know Commissioner Alicia Bell is also on the Retirement Commission. So today we are here to discuss our budget, and one of the things I've done historically is to present to this commission a 10-year historical review as part of our information package. I'm happy to discuss all or little or every page of it. But the highlights of the retirement system this last year is that the funding ratio has increased again to 66%. So that is a 10-year high from 45 to 66. We also managed money for the Wayne County Airport Authority, and their funding level is at 79%. Am I speaking loud enough?
Yes. You're doing great.
Okay, thank you. And their funding ratio has gone up from 62 to 79%. I had lots of slides we could talk about, but I'm going to first go over the highlights, and then based on what information or what the commission would like, I would be glad to go through. Our unfunded liabilities at the county have is at a 10-year low, and it's at $444 million. So that is again improving. The airport authority is at $42 million, and that has been a slight increase from last year of $2 million for unfunded liabilities. Active members in the defined benefit plan as of 12/23 are 1,810 members, with 236 people that are still in plan status. The Wayne County Airport Authority has 194 members in the defined benefit plan. The defined contribution plan for the county has 887 members, and for the airport authority, 416 members. The number of retirees are 4,138 as of this report, and the airport is 326 retirees in payment status.
Thank you. One thing I definitely want to say, you have been a great custodian, you and your team, as relates to the retirement system, and making sure that folks can be secure that their retirement is being administered by someone people who are very conscious of the importance of this dependent resource for our retirees. As you know, we've been receiving communications. I'm sure that you received the same communications from the retiree organization. The question has been raised, at least since I've been here each year, about the 13th check, or the stipend associated with what retirees have been expecting to be long term, but as far as their health care and those interests there. And with the modifications and the changes that happened after the county restructures some of its finances, wanted to ask you, how is that being thought about as far as the future?
Sure. So I think there's a couple questions there.
Right.
So I'm gonna break them out. And so I would say the 13th check, which was
long litigation between the retirement system and the county and the county commission. That has changed because of now it has been removed from the ordinance. And so right now there is no 13th check provision by the ordinance. Many of them ask about it all the time. They're retired, and all I can say is, we're working very diligently to fund the 12 checks that we currently have, and we've been making progress, as I mentioned, over the last 10 years to get the funding level up. We would welcome if there was a way to incorporate a 13th check for the retirees, but that's going to be something for the county commission and the county executive to determine. The retirement commission. The stipend programs that are administered, there's two different stipend programs, the post-65 stipend and the pre-65. And the pre-65 stipend program might be, sometimes people might call it the McDonald's settlement. Those dollars paid by the county, sent to us, and distributed every on the pension checks to those individuals. So that's working. There has been some adjustments to those numbers. And then the post-65 stipend is not administered with retirement. It is administered by the county, and I believe it's administered through MERS today.
But it's the other way around. It's pre-65.
Excuse me. Sorry, I apologize. I didn't want to, I didn't want to speak. And I was just, Mr. He is a retiree, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't speaking.
No problem. I understand.
Continue. So I didn't want to cause confusion.
No problem.
Thanks. Sorry. Because I'm not an expert on the stipends, because we don't handle the stipends. But again, we all know what the cost of living has been with inflation in the last several years. And we all know what it costs to fill up our car and go to the grocery store. And I hear the retirees all the time calling and asking questions. And I refer them to either the county or the retiree union association, because the retirement system can't do anything for them at this point in time. It's not with purview.
Okay, so as far as the 13th, what you're saying that that's an action between the commission and the administration by amending the ordinance. And so on that end, I'm just checking with staff to see has there been any cost out or any review as it relates to that piece? Because I keep hearing it each year. And so I'll refer back to our staff outside of the team to look into that.
Sure, and I'm sure you hear it because we hear it, especially since inflation has gone up.
Absolutely. So thank you. Okay, so commissioners, are there any questions? Any questions? Okay, let's see, Commissioner Bateman.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you for the presentation. So you said this is a 10-year high from 2014. Funding is at 66%, correct?
Yes, sir.
And what was it last year? Just about 65? 65. So we're on an upward trend. Hopefully next year will be even higher, closer to 70. We're projecting.
We're projecting. So far, the investment markets have returned to us this year. We're not done. We have a month in a couple of days, 12%, 12.4% actually through end of the last month. So that beats our 6.75. And so there's a lot of economics that go in, because 2 years ago we had a very tough year, a very tough financial year. So I can't tell you we're going to be at 70, but I hope that we'll continue to have the upward trend.
Well, obviously, we're heading in the right direction.
We have been heading in the right direction for the last 10 plus years.
Okay, thank you.
Are there any additional questions?
Yeah.
Okay, Mary.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I always enjoy your presentation to us. It was here back when we were at about 44%, so it's really great to see this grow. I have a question on page 7. The active members, And this is primarily for the GCP four plan, which was in 2014, it was 1487 members, and now there's 887. Is that primarily from retirement? Or why was it big?
Why the change?
Yeah.
Okay, so the change has occurred primarily because all new hires, all union new hires go into Plan 5.
Okay.
And any rehires go into Plan 5 also. So anybody who leaves the county, comes back, goes to Plan 5.
Okay.
So it's a combination of both.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
One last question I have. Oh, well, let me check. Commissioners, do you all have any questions? Okay. One last question, as far as I guess when you're talking about vesting, I think some years ago there used to be an opportunity when people worked at the county, if they worked at the city, that those hours, I mean those years would also be calculated into retirement. You know, what happened? Because I don't believe that's still the case now.
That's correct. So the county had the opportunity in years past to buy other governmental service time. And the other option would be the Reciprocal Retirement Act. So under the Reciprocal Retirement Act, you could use the city of Detroit time for vesting, but you couldn't use it for an additional benefit. In the past, the county had allowed to buy other governmental time, which is not currently available.
Okay, thank you. I'll have more questions offline regarding it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can I ask one more question?
Yes.
It will back to that same spot. This should have caught my eye, but it didn't. But the airport employees doubled with their are there new hires go into the four programs?
So all new hires at the airport go into the defined contribution plan.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, I want to thank you and your team for joining us this morning, and forward to continue to monitor throughout the year. And so, like to ask if you have any closing comments.
Well, thank you again for having us here, and if I can be assistant to your staff, to the commission, if you'd like any meetings set up, we can go over and talk about it at some meetings, or bring our consultant who comes in and does financial planning for our members. We'd be more than glad to come over to the commission and spend a day and talk about retirement with the commission.
Thank you. We'll keep that in mind.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, next item.
We are now moving to item F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
I know. Next item is at this time motion.
Public comment.
Oh, public comment.
Item G, public comment.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to ask if there's anyone on Zoom who would like to address this committee, or anyone who would please raise your hand. And I'd like to ask you, Octavia, clerk has there been communications by email, text, or otherwise coming to this committee?
There are no hands on Zoom and no communications were received.
Thank you. Okay, so public comment is closed. And at this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to pass. Yes.
Before we go, can I just make a comment?
Oh, we're here to take an action and pass for the day.
Oh, okay. But I just wanted to make a comment before we pass for the next.
No, I'm here with the motion to pass for the item on the button. Okay. Say that again.
I make a motion, pass for the day.
Okay, is there support? Support. The moves and supported to pass the item for the day. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed. The motion carries. Okay. Yep.
Yep, and I just wanted to say, I didn't know if there were any administrators here at the college.
So I was gonna do that.
Okay, but no, I just wanted to say, if there were, I used to attend here, so it was just very nice coming back and just seeing the college again. It just brought back so many memories of back in the day. So that's it, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I want to thank everyone for attending the hearing today. I want to thank the Dean of the Eastern Campus, Mr. Matt Poole, as well as definitely want to thank Chancellor Dr. Curtis Ivory of Wayne County Community College, as well as the president of this campus, Mark Sanford, for their assistance in pulling this together. And I want to thank our commission staff, the clerk, on behalf of the Office of the Clerk, Octavia Hunter, and then Terrence Adams and Mary Carr for the fiscal office for the commission. And then breakfast and lunch this morning was absolutely great. And I want to thank HJB Smiles for the breakfast, as well as Touch of Class catering. Those were the two caterers for the day. And so we, we will be meeting tomorrow in Redford, and that would be Commissioner Baker McCormick's district tomorrow. 10 o'clock at 10 a.m. And so with that, a motion is in order to move. It's been moved to adjourn. There's support. It is supported. All those in favor, say by saying aye. Aye.